Hello you guys, it's cool like this and this, and I kind of forgot to actually record this until I was talking to my friend, and it actually reminded me I actually have to record this. I forgot. Why did I forget? Oh, now I know why. So I don't know if anybody's even gonna watch this video, but the phone went kaput, and I thought I was gonna get my new phone. What the fuck is that light? Oh, it's my socks. They light up. I thought I was gonna get my phone on Monday, and that was a problem because the recharge that they put, which by the way is fucking bullshit. They should have, of course, it makes them more money. Duh. The Lucien recharge, the one that apparently came, I think, the first day I don't know if it was like that first, like no matter what, or when you first boot up the game. I'm not sure. And it was like only for 3 days, and I'm like, oh, wait a second. Problem, if I waited, I would have missed his recharge. So I'm like, I had to use my dad's phone because every fucking goddamn phone in this house except my brother's and dad's phone did not have memory. I'm like, fuck, because my phone went toast all of a sudden, like yesterday. I'm like, oh, hell no, bro. Oh, man, what am I saying right now? Fuck. And yeah, I had to buy it through my dad's phone. Oh, the screenshots are in his phone, not here. But yeah, literally. So what I was saying earlier when I said bullshit is if they brought them both together at the same time, if somebody did not buy that this recharge right now, they would have literally gotten 2 cards for $10, so for free pretty much one, because yes, it actually goes towards this recharge. Nice play, Alex. So this is the card that I'm after, more like I got. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's a decision card. Isn't that what you call that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have to load all the cards that have not gotten loaded yet. Yo, there's a rainbow here. Oh my god. I'm sorry, how is there a rainbow here? I don't know, but I see a better person behind that rainbow. Better sexy looking man with... He has his... Okay, how do you do that? Okay, let me do the same way he's doing it. Okay, so it's his left hand. That... Huh? Yo, I feel weird trying to replicate that. And surprisingly, I actually had enough to evolve it. So great. That's not a hickey, by the way. It is a lipstick. I'm disappointed, but hey, it's still better than nothing, bro. So, yeah. Obviously, I still need to do that. So you got it for $10. That's the only way you can get it. I think it goes on top of that encounter gift. Number 1. Number 2, I was told the date is... Let's actually read it. Oh, wait, no, not here. Fuck. Where? Oh, it's here. Okay. So many I really wanted to read the... There's like a couple, like, promised. I want to read that. Midnight date. Charming date. Victor. No. Too many, bro. So let's actually unlock this. Actually, let me... Dude, the only thing is I gotta get used to the button in the button because it's not clicking, or it's not clickable. And after using the clickable versions for that long, I'm like, God, it's so weird on the phone. But I plan to go see a movie with Lucien this weekend, but I had a bad cold. So Lucien said we should stay in instead. Okay. It's the end of the year, and I've been slammed with work. I haven't had a full night's rest since last month. This film's program, maybe, we're working on has just been one problem after another, like now. No one knows which movie the quote from the show's ad came from. That's no. Maybe the movie's just too obscure. We've been searching online with various keywords all day, but still haven't cracked it. Momo, he's there. I love it when they put little Love Nikki Easter eggs in the game. That's awesome. Clutching to my last ray of hope, I call Lucien. God damn, I want his number. What is it? 571-456. I don't know. Maybe he'll know. Oh. After listening to my brief summary of the situation, Lucien mulled it over for a moment, and then he gave me an answer. The answer is, I forgot to turn the voice on again. Oh, man. Well, what's your answer, sweetie? Because I did not have your voice on. Whoops. Oh, what? How much did I skip? Hold on. Okay. Thank you. This has been a huge help. Breathing a sigh of relief. Yokata. I was about to end the call with him when he cut me off. Something he Actually, that is true. That is such a Victor move. Like, Baka, get in my LFG office. Is it LFG office? Is that what you call it? Get the fuck over here.
After thank you, you're gonna go straight to goodbye. Am I right?
Oh, after thank you, you're gonna go straight to goodbye. Lucien doesn't play like that. The right? What? I don't know what that means. The something quality in his voice made me swallow back the words. Actually, I need to. That's a life. Had rightly guessed I was about to utter. Indeed, recently, I've been pretty much only been bothering him about work stuff. Is it just me stumbling, or is the translation? No, maybe it's just me too. Just like you said, each time it's a thank you and a quick goodbye. Longing and guilt quietly bubbled up inside me. Worried about being overheard, I held the phone close and poured out my feelings in a low voice. Well, there is one more thing I want to say. Actually, atashi... My voice trembled slightly due to my nerves. Sounded a little funny, making my ears flush.
Pardon? I didn't hear that just now. Can you say it again?
Do you want me to say it again, Lucy? I could tell by I could tell by the slight laughter in his voice that what is that goddamn noise? Is that the thing? What do you call it in English? The dish. That I don't know. Sometimes there are actual words that I don't know their English names sometimes, and this is one of them. Nothing silly. Oh, right. Once I get to wait, she's whispering right now. Once I get to date. Oh, hey. Work out of the way. Let's go see a movie. Call it a thank you gift for saving me just now.
You've already used this excuse many times. Next time you can try to be more sincere. Just like then.
Just like then. My face is getting hot with him teasing me. I wanted to respond with a... 1 second. Okay. With a responded comeback, but I voluntary, like she just pretended, sneezed instead.
Well. Seems someone is sick and was trying to hide it from me.
Well. Of course I'll try to hide it from you, unless you want to come and nurse me to health.
Let's put off this movie for another time. You finish your work, and then rest up.
Oh, but seeing a movie is a form of rest, you dumbass. No, I'm just kidding. Such a Victor move. I hadn't checkmate with that clever response. And he resignedly fell silent for a moment.
It seems there's only one place we can go now.
Your house? Your room? Specifically? Your bed? Aren't there quite a few theaters we usually go to? But that's not what Lucien wants right now.
Sure. But a place where you can both watch a movie and have a proper rest.
Excuses? I don't know about the proper rest, but I think he's using it as a...
Could only be at home.
Well, he's right about that, yes. Fearing that I'd be confused, he once again made a clever invitation.
So, tomorrow's screening will be held at my place, okay?
Ooh, invite me, bitch. Oh no, my karma's... I'm like, the phone traveled with me, bro. The next day happened to be the weekend. Although I was still feeling a bit dizzy after I woke up, I showed up on time at Lucien's door. I showed up on time. Okay, cool. Before I even had time to compose myself. The to before I had the time to compose myself to ring the doorbell, the door was pushed open. Welcome. I had the door open. You didn't even know.
Why
Oh!
didn't you ring the doorbell if you were already here?
Excuse me while I do that first. Why didn't you ring the doorbell if you were already here? Well, because we saw the goddamn door open, right? Oh, Lucien casually propped himself up with one hand on the door frame, his collarbone showing through his collar. Yum, yum, yum. He had a faint smell, but had completely cast off his usual ivory tower demeanor. For an era total homebody lethargy. Huh? For the moment, what lethargy? Isn't that like you're lethargic? That word? For the moment, I didn't know where to look, so I lowered my head, looked at my feet, and muttered, "Why would you just open the door like that?" You know, sometimes I just want to fucking smash on the wall for being a dumbass. Oh my god, why? You have to be a dumbass to ask that question.
I was worried a silly girl was standing out there hesitating, about to catch cold again.
I don't know about that, bro. I swear the main character. Seriously, if someone wanted to have sex with her and she still wouldn't know. Oh my god. He's such a dumbass. His long hands entered my line of sight and pulled me into the room. The heat was on and the room felt comfortable. Okay, the heat was on. The heat would fucking destroy me. It would probably land me into a panic attack, because, yeah. And I let out a series of sneezes. Lucien didn't seem to mind, and even held out his hands over my slightly frozen ears, rubbing them a bit. My ears, almost frozen stiff, slowly warmed up under his touch, and even started getting hot. Oh, and I consciously drew back my neck. He then stopped moving his hands. Oh.
Is that better? If you're all right, I'll go get everything else ready.
What? While he was preparing the screen and projector, he would have a screen and projector. He is a scientist, so obviously he'd probably have one of those. I looked around the room to occupy myself. You know, he goes obviously around, teaching scientific stuff. Doesn't he involve himself with doctor? Yeah, doctor also. I don't know. It was then I realized that the fresh scent filling the air wasn't just from the incense, but also from a few new plants. What the heck was that plant that they named in the diary? Shoot! Didn't they name the plant a name? I don't know. Ah, yes. Like I was saying, literally, when that fucking diary entry legitimately is talking about Lucien wanting to, a baby with the main character, and obviously she would not. No, I get the feeling that I get the feeling that something's different since the last time I was here. God damn, girl, how many times have you been to his house?
Oh? Tell me what you think has changed.
Excuse me, I don't think I took a screenshot of this pose. Although I have a feeling I have this, because I remember it, I think he was like this in his summer event. Oh, I guess candles. Sexy music. Without waiting for me to finish, the only light in the living room. Oh man, yeah, that's funny. The light totally went out. My vision got used to the darkness, which it would have been nice. Obviously, they would not do that, like update the background. Lucien was already sitting next to me.
You still haven't answered my question.
Did you hear the way he said that? You still haven't answered my question, huh? Yeah, Angela. Why didn't I answer you? It's just, I feel like it smells more like home. Oh, that's cute.
Smells like home? Then that must be because you're here.
Oh, wait a second. What? You mean, did he imply because we come here like a lot of the times? Ooh. As he said that, oh, I guess that's what he really was implying. I could feel it as he said that. I could feel another wave of heat rushing over my face. Aside from the faint sound of the projector spinning, everything was completely silent. A melodious flourish of music sounded, and my attention finally returned to the movie. As the title slowly appeared on the screen, I got a sudden familiar feeling. Huh? Is this the movie I asked you about yesterday? How did you find it?
If you want to find something, there's always a way.
You know, considering his other self, his other self. Oh, yikes. There's always a way, man.
And we're at home. You don't have to whisper.
Actually, good question. Why the fuck was she even whispering? Is it because of the movie?
Or else, I'll have to squeeze in a little closer so I can hear you clearly.
Or else I'll have to squeeze you in a little closer so I can hear you, man. Lucien turned to look at me, and I'm probably red in the face. Made like, hey, stop, yeah, stop! And made it like he was going to come closer. In his voice, it seemed like he was imitating me from before on the phone. When I said in the faintest whisper, I miss you. I was at the office that day, so I had to speak softly. I have to keep my image as the boss, don't I? Yeah.
So, does that mean the non-boss part of you is all for me?
I'm sorry, did his voice just change or am I tripping? Because the thing is when I record, I don't know, but the voice, although it sounds normal for you guys, it doesn't. Because the voice is lower and I can't really hear that well until I obviously get to watch the video. Ooh. The secret non-boss, huh? God damn. The projector light played across his face, making his features stand out. I quickly turned away and stared at the screen, hiding my blush, but my heart was beating feverishly. The time passed, and we became engrossed in the movie and stopped bantering. I wonder what movie they're watching. Leaning back on the sofa, I need to go to the bathroom. Rip. It's just a pee, but damn it. You know, I guess when you're a sexy boy, you don't really want to go to the bathroom or English. Whoops, my mind again. Okay, let's move on. Leaning back on the sofa felt so comfy, and between my cold and my exhaustion, I felt a tide of drowsiness washing over me. Even though I was secretly pinching my palms, hard to try to stay awake, my heavy eyelids soon fell shut of their own accord. That same piece of music from the beginning rang faintly in my ears, and I slowly opened my eyes to see the names of the actors scrolling across the screen. Now that I was awake, I looked over at Lucien and saw that his eyes had closed too. Fast asleep just like I was. Why do I get the feeling he's pretending? I don't know. I don't trust him. The shadow under his eyelashes was coated with a faint layer of light gray. You could tell that he had been up all night working again. He's so busy. He still took the time to find this movie for me. I quietly sat up and put the blanket that at some point got draped over me onto him. Knowing how light of a sleeper he is, I very carefully tried to reach the blanket around his body without bumping him. Suddenly... Oh my god! This is the movie we're talking about? Or you were talking? Oh no! Dude, Bill Rogers did a good job with that mode. I'm sorry. Forgive me, God. Oh man. I need to play this couple 100 times. This This is so out of context, dude. Oh, I'm sorry. I was startled. Oh man. I was startled by his voice. Oh my god, I'm blushing right now. of balance to begin with. Trying to steady myself on his shoulder, one hand grabbing the curtain. God damn it, main character, why? She's not reacting. How could you not? Well, that was a small reaction. A blinding light filled the room, and that wonderful scent he had it. Can all the guys moan like that? Oh, I don't know about keto, bro, because I don't like it, but they keep me more flustered. Oh, yes. After I knew that was gonna happen because you told me. I just didn't know when, bro. After fumbling around for a bit, climbed off his body. As I lifted my head, I was met with a pair of smiling eyes. So, you're... Dude, she has a sweat drop. Main character. Why? Come on, that's hot, bro.
Yeah. Was I out for long?
You moaned, dude! Oh, wait, is he still pretending that he was asleep? Or, like I said earlier, because I thought he was joking about sleeping. Like, I thought he was pretending, bro. Maybe it was because he had just woken up, but his hair was sticking up a bit. Even his voice was a little hazy. He put his hand on his forehead, and the sun... God damn, bro. How the hell do you take your left hand? You put your... Oh, that's hard. He put his hand on his forehead, and the sunlight pouring in like a waterfall outlined his body in a soft golden light. I can't get over that. Oh my God. I got lost for a moment looking at him. Slight laughter brought me back. Okay, seriously, main character, if you hear that, wouldn't you... Never mind. I didn't pay attention. I just heard you moan.
And that's strange. In my dream, I sure felt someone's eyes on me. Hotter than the sunlight.
God damn. He looked at the blanket now draped over him, and then looked back at me, his eyes squinted and sly. Give me a sec. Yet handsome little arcs. Wow, this is not even the third part of the story, is it? Or, I don't remember. Feeling like I had found out, I consciously lowered my gaze a bit and discovered something even more embarrassing. Oh, a lipstick mark. Dude, he would love it. As I was flailing about just then, my lips must have brushed against Lucien's neck. The color wasn't very noticeable, but its location right on Lucien's neck made it quite risque, and I blushed uncontrollably. My only hope was that he doesn't find out. I'm pretty sure he already found out. Oh, this is the fourth one? But as it turns out, no. It's Lucien. Do you really think anything would escape his eye? I don't think so. I'm trying to think. Would one of the guys not see a lipstick mark on them? Maybe Gavin? Definitely Keto. I'm sorry, Keto-san. But as Keto-chan, as it turns out, nothing ever escapes Lucien's notice. As if he'd sensed something, he wordlessly edged closer to me, propping both his arms on the cushion behind me, forming a... Oh my lord, I thought it said forming a wet, inescapable what? Confinement? A war yet inescapable confinement. I like your confinement. Lucien, hot.
Don't move.
Why? No way. I'm dead. Oh, man. His words fell gently upon my ears. Don't move. And I really did feel completely unable to move. I unconsciously stiffened my body and froze in place. His gaze slowly swept across my flushed face, and a gentle finger caressed my lips. He chuckled.
How did this get smudged here?
Oh, I don't know. I had sex with you. No, not really, bro. But his hot breath and his voice enveloped me, and my vision was taken up by his gentle smile. I suddenly gave up resisting and came out with the truth. Just then, I accidentally brushed against something. Something.
Brushed against where?
Okay, now he's fucking with us. Okay.
A lipstick mark, if dealt with promptly, can be cleaned up fairly easily.
Huh? Like just normal wipe, Lucien? His voice once again dipped low with a slight nasal tone, making it harder to refuse than usual. I really want to hear this scene in Japanese. How does it sound like? My gaze inadvertently fell on the mark on his neck. All I could do was oh my god, this picture's so hot. Could do was try to turn my head away. I don't know either. Seeing that I was avoiding looking at him, his grin widened, and his arm fell behind my head, inched me closer to him.
Well then, shall I take a guess?
Shall I take a guess? He pressed closer, and each word fell from his lips, fell hotly upon my face. Even my own breath became hurried. Oh, no, don't do that. And my face was beet red, all the way from the tip of my nose to the back of my ears. All of the emergency... Huh? Oh. Hey. Come on. All of the emergency responses mechanism in my brain was going off at once. As my heart beat even faster, I watched him get closer and closer. Let's get it. Careful, you might catch my cold like that, but he probably doesn't give a shit. Without waiting for me to finish, his breath inundated me. I don't even know what that means. What happened? Oh, the next second, a sudden kiss landed itself upon my forehead, soft, tender, with a warmth of electricity from his lips. No, stop, don't think about that. Oh, like a feather, sweeping lightly over skin that I never knew could be so sensitive. Oh, I slowly opened my eyes that had been shut out of nervousness, looking right into his smiling eyes. Why did you just...
That was just a virtual recreation of me getting brushed by your lipstick.
Huh?
Now, did that jog your memory of where you brushed against?
Okay, first of all, Lucien, you are smooth as slime, motherfucker. Second of all, his clothes are different. Did he just change like that fast? Obviously, they would have to put those clothes on his frame or right there, but they would not do that. Like, two different clothes, bro.
If you're still not sure, shall I reenact it again?
Ooh. Oh. Yes, but reenact in different areas. Okay. Seeing that he really was going to do it again, my racing heart couldn't take it anymore, and you cried out. It was me. Just then I accidentally brushed against your neck. You dumbass. After quickly making my explanation, I ducked... You know, she could have just lied. I quickly making my explanation. I ducked my head down and didn't look him in the eyes again. After I don't know how long, a low laugh fell upon my ears.
Not going to run away now? We're so close.
Huh?
Aren't you afraid I'll get sick?
God damn it.
Or when you said, like that, you didn't mean just being close like we are now.
What does she... Back? Did I see her back? Maybe it was Lucien's... Okay, what are these words? Yeah, sounding too suspicious, but what little clear-headedness I had was completely obliterated. Anybody in that situation, guy, girl, would obviously be obliterated, let's be honest here. Looking into Lucien's eyes in that instant, I didn't even know what I was feeling so guilty about. I blurted out a weak defense. Oh, Lord. Huh? Imagining? Like, sexual stuff? I wasn't imagining anything else.
You don't have to deny anything so hastily. Having an active imagination isn't a crime.
Oh! Like, oh, it's okay. You could just put it in your mind. Have an active imagination. No way. His tone wasn't understated. His tone was this understated, as if he was discussing the day's weather, but his eyes were overflowing with laughter. I was nonplussed. Plushed? Hanya? I don't know. And all I could do was stammer. Finally, I decided to get off this. No, main character, Angela, why? I feel weird saying my name. Well, we said we were going to watch a movie today, but we fell asleep and I'm pretty sure that's what Lucien would have wanted anyways. It was supposed to be my thank you gift. Seeing me trying to awkwardly score my way out of the situation, he once again let out a chuckle. I realized whenever we're alone together, he's always very quick to laugh.
Then if you really want to express your gratitude.
Oh. Huh? Have sex with me? Oh, god damn it. Stop it. Oh, I'm like trying to stop. Staying his embrace, drawing closer and closer. I panicked and lightly pushed his... Okay, I mean, you know what? I would probably react in those situations as the first thing, especially since I have panic and anxiety. But then after that I would get used to it, I'm assuming. And I don't mean it in a bad way. Take your time, think it over. He obediently backed off at my insistence and sat back on the couch, even tugging on his chin as if he was deep in thought.
Do you remember the film calendar you gave me as a gift?
Oh? Film calendar? What do you mean? Lucien nodded at the nearby shelf, and I followed his line of sight. I can't get over that. Calendar stuck between some science books. Huh. It was the very gift I've given Lucien over 6 months ago. Aw. At the time, we hadn't known each other long, and I barely... 6 months? Oh boy. At the time, we hadn't known each other long, and I barely knew anything about his likes and hobbies. To thank him for helping him with the program, I racked my brain for a long time about what to give him, and finally I happened upon this calendar in a little bookstore. I think Lucien would appreciate that, a calendar. I think that'd be his thing. Turns out he'd gotten good use out of it. Why? He's a scientist. I'm pretty sure he has Victor has a busy schedule, but he is definitely not the fucking type of person to get a calendar. He'd be like, Goldman, check my goddamn schedule. Oh, Victor, oh, yeah. Shut the fuck up or else your salary's gonna decrease. A warm, fuzzy feeling suddenly welled up inside me, and the heat built up in my body was let loose, making me sneeze involuntarily again. Oh, I'm really fine. I do.
But I don't think you're really fine.
But, in my Lucien opinion, you're not really fine. Let me make you fine. Lucien laughed, and he put the blanket, still warm from his body, back over me. Ooh, body transfer.
It's important to bundle up just after waking. How could you be fine if you barely know how to take care of yourself?
Actually, he's right. I mean, you really need to bundle up when it's cold, because you could easily get sick. Wait, what? Just a waking? Did I miss something? Shit. I have to watch this video. Just as I was awaking. Was that the thing that I said earlier, like he was pretending to sleep? Ignoring his kind words, I latched on to what his words revealed and suddenly realized something. Lucien, just now you were pretending. You know, if you played this game for a while, you can kind of tell. Something told me he was lying. I know you told me he pretended to sleep, but I'm like, yeah, this is Lucien we're talking about right now. Lucien, just now you were pretending to be asleep the whole time. His mouth cracked into an even wider smile. Hey, that devil smile. He did not deny it. You. He held out his index finger over my lips. It's okay, my dear. And cut me off, laughingly extending an invitation to me.
If you have nothing else going on tomorrow, would you go with me to buy a new film calendar for next year?
Yes.
Is this an acceptable way to show your gratitude?
Yes. Oh, of course, silly. And just like that, my long-awaited weekend was completely taken up by Lucien. Although I didn't exactly hate the proposition, I was actually looking forward to it. What the hell, bro? That was what? That was the dude. This date is long. Holy shit. Oh, we actually get to see it, huh? The next day, upon waking up, I was surprised to find my cold had mostly cleared up. I was in high spirits and got out the door early, but not as early as Lucien. As soon as I saw that, usually, excuse me, usually when they show the pictures, they usually save it, I think, for the third or fourth. I could be wrong. As soon as I saw that familiar figure, I couldn't help but quicken my step. As I got closer, I was surprised to hear the sound of a stifled cough through a mask.
You're here.
What?
Let's go.
He got fucking sick. Okay, first of all, I love it when he dresses up in his dark clothes. No! No! Ugh! Okay. I'm not used to that button, bro. You didn't catch that code for me, did you? I looked at him guiltily, but he just waved his hands and shook. But I gave. Shook his head as he highly to hold back a cough. I don't think he cares that he caught her cold, honestly. Watch him be the death of Eris, Lucien. It's a fucking cold of all things. And I was saying earlier when he donned on those clothes in that chapter, I'm like, oh my god. Ah. Why don't we just hold on. Why don't we just take a rain check? What if your cold gets worse? I don't care. But Lucien, yeah, exactly, because that's his fucking personality. Had no turning back. Instead, he scooped up my hand and looked straight at me with arched brows. He looked more vulnerable with the mask on, and it made one just want to pamper and fawn over him.
The weather's so fine today. It would be a shame to turn right back around and go inside.
I'm gonna die. This is my death, not evolve.
And my calendar says, good day to go out.
Wait, did he just say and my calendar? I didn't hear him say today for some reason. Ha! My calendar's a fucking liar, okay? I'm sorry, it's just... why do I get the feeling it's hard to imagine Eris losing getting sick for some reason? I could totally see the rest of the boys getting sick. Victor getting sick. He's one of those soup type of sick people. Like he probably wanted in one of those trays the soup, and you bring it to him, and he probably would feed. Although if he found that out, he'd probably kill you. The field calendar isn't a horoscope calendar. How could it have something written like that written on? Because he fucking lied. Oh my god, Angela, or character. And since when does an upright member of the science community start believing in such... Because he's a liar, he wants to be with you. Such a basic superstition. Despite all the objections popping up in my mind, I still walked up along beside him, all the way to the store where I bought that calendar. The warm winter sun shone down through the mists of lair. It was still bright, but the warmth was mostly dissipated by the chilly wind. I couldn't hold back a sneeze, and Lucien, who was clearly worse off, I hate that word, anxiously patted my head, but that's okay.
Didn't I tell you to get some more rest yesterday?
Well, guess who needs the rest? I think you do now. A cold isn't that easy to get over. I'm sorry, I just felt like he's the type of person that never got sick. Oh, it's this part that appeared in his autumn date. Oh my god, dude, that autumn date was... Whoa. I think they were making candy here. Maybe because of the cold weather, the store was packed and humming with people. From memory, I led him to the shelf where I bought the calendar, and there were the New Year's edition all lined up. There were more categories. I'm sorry, but him getting a cold is like, what? Than before. It's just as rare for him to show even pain when he did. I'm like, whoa. Aside from film, there was also one book experts and oil paintings. Even on why am I fucking this up so bad? Even one of the funny news stories and a meme calendar. A meme calendar? With all the memes I've seen about Mr. Love and Love Nikki, I would totally buy those. I randomly opened up to a page and printed boldly. It was a hilarious giant panda head. Look, this is a pic that I shared with you from before.
Right. And if you don't get yourself some rest, you'll have dark circles under your eyes, as thick as this panda's.
Hearing the teasing in his voice, that's not his normal voice tease, I blushed, put down the calendar, and kept browsing. As I scanned the shelf, a familiar calendar caught my eye. It was the one that Lucien had at his house, the old version from this year. Thinking of the good day to out inscription that Lucien had just told me of, I couldn't help wanting to call him out on his fib. Oh, so she knows. I hastily flipped the calendar open to today's date, and I quietly read out the quote on the page. As time goes by,
I love you more and more each day.
what? Oh no, they're reading the quote. No. Oh my god. Dude, I have a feeling that's a quote, but I have a feeling he's directing it towards her right now too. Lucien must have snuck up Okay, somebody sneaking. Okay, first of all, if somebody stuck up on me like that and talked to my ear, that would probably warrant a punch, a scare scream, just because it's a reflex and it would definitely quicken that anxiety quickly. But other than that, once you would get over that shock, then I'd be like, Lucien must have snuck up behind me, and he scared me. As soon as I turned my head, I met his smiling eyes. The lamplight flickered faintly, and his hair shimmered. The light from the window haloed the outline of his body. A white fog of breath escaped from his mouth, and his pretty eyes fixed themselves more and more steadily on mine. Clearly, he was just reading the words off the page, but hearing his voice say them, I couldn't control my thoughts. Dumbass. How do you not make any noise when you walk? Uh-oh.
You were just too lost in thought.
His powers? Maybe? Seeing his lips parted in a full smile, my face suddenly finally felt a few degrees hotter. I'm going to the register. I need to get out of this. Lucien didn't say another word and just quietly followed behind me, occasionally letting out a stifled cough. Considering the state he was in, after I brought the calendar, I proposed heading back home. He seemed to be pretty tired himself, or else he just preferred being at home together, so he obediently went along with my proposal. Aw. After going back home with him, I hastily opened up the calendar packaging and placed it next to the old calendar. That calendar whose time had come was well kept by its owner, basically no different from its new replacement. The only sign of wear was the corner of a page slightly curled up. Unable to suppress my curiosity, when I wasn't looking, I flipped the calendar open to that page. Really? To my surprise, of all things, at the bottom of the page was the film quote that nobody could place from before. Huh? So you just found this quote in here?
Yes, I owe it all to that calendar.
Hannah? Wait, that quote was actually real? Wait, which quote? No, I'm getting lost. Lucien ambled over to me, holding a glass of hot water in his hand. Hot water? No. Maybe like a towel? Forcing him to drink up. That's funny. She's trying to force me to drink a cup of water. The white steam wafted up to his eyes, softening his black lashes. I timidly averted my eyes back to the calendar before he could catch me staring and flipped through the pages. Although of all these pages of quotes, how did you manage to remember this one from just one look? Rather than calling it a photographic memory, perhaps one should call it a superpower. Interesting. Lucien shook his head lightly, waving away the sting with his motion, and he looked me straight in the eye. Uh-oh.
Rather than calling it photographic memory, perhaps one should say the thing itself has something unforgettable about it.
Can I have this calendar? On the calendar, the most engaging parts were the still photos for the old film and the moving quote, but his eyes were only focused on the date. The date. Seeming to notice the uncertainty in my expression, Lucien laughed and pointed at the page with the when she noticed the photo.
The thing that's unforgettable isn't the movie itself, but this day.
This day? So there's something special about this day?
Yes, very special.
Am I missing something? Obviously it can't be a first year anniversary. Huh? A birthday? No. His eyes became softer than usual for just a flicker of a moment, as if he drifted back to some distant memory.
That day, I had just come out of the lab and was met by a girl.
Was he I see.
She walked up to me and said, "Hello, I'm looking for Professor Lucien." And she handed me her card.
I'm sorry, but when people refer to them in third person, it's just weird. Aww. With that, he stopped and looked silently at me. The room was so quiet that all you could hear was the tick-tock of the clock. I felt compelled to finish the story. And this girl didn't even recognize you. And then when you over with her suggestion, isn't that right? I'm sorry, but because they keep pushing the dialogue, it's hard for me to actually, Seeing my expression turn pouty, Lucien couldn't help but let out a laugh.
Right.
Right.
But she probably never imagined that afterwards there'd be a day like today when she'd be able to placidly reminisce with me about it.
Aww. Who said I was being placid about it?
Then, can you tell me how you feel right now?
Well, now that you asked and now that you said, you can run your mind wild. Well, okay, yes. I just... Not being able to think of what to say, I ducked down my head and pretended like I was reading the calendar. But my thoughts were racing. I clearly couldn't recall it deliberately, but when dragged into reminiscing, the circumstances of that time seemed to reappear clear as day in my mind. Everything that's happened along the way made my heart overflow with complicated and subtle feelings, as if he could see inside my heart. Lucien patted my head, knelt down, and locked eyes with me.
Then, do you want to know how I'm feeling right now?
Yes. Yes. Yes, please. Ooh. His hand rested on top of my head, holding the calendar, as if it was caressing a precious object, both ever so softly, but also full of attachment.
Right now, I can't help but imagining.
Oh, hell no, you're not gonna finish?
About us on this day next year, and what we'll be like.
Well, let's see. At that time, would the main character still be a dumbass? Because if she is, I'm like, oh, no! Why? What? Oh, you stopped. You bitch. I asked Lucien to go see a movie, both as a thank you and also because I hadn't seen him in a long time. Lucien saw that I was sick, though, and suggested, why do I find it funny him being sick? It's just my mind is blown right now. Instead, I guess because it makes him sound more humane. I don't know. I dozed off watching the movie, and when I awoke, Lucien was not asleep. While putting a blanket on him, I fell on top of him and actually left a lipstick mark on his neck. Well, I actually didn't butcher that. A lipstick mark on his neck. Under Lucien's grilling. Well, I'll tell you what. If I were to do that to a guy, that won't be an issue because, makeup? No. No, that's a big fat no-no for me. I asked you, since... Ooh, what Under Lucian's grilling, I fessed up to the lipstick. Since the movie date didn't pan out, I asked him what I could give him as a thank you. His answer surprised me. We made a date to go calendar shopping the next day, but now Lucien had caught my cold. Still, he insisted we go out anyway, and he even made up a calendar quote to convince me. Oh, so that was the date of charming date. The date of charming date of that date. I'm sorry, I'm just at a loss for words. Like, yes. Damn it, I want Victor's card. Oh, but no, I didn't have enough. That was like the hell event, bro. The first hell event in this game. Well, they don't call them hell events here, but yes, I do. But yeah, that date was hot, bro. Oof. Like, yes. I want my honey by himself. Thank you, game. Yeah, but this is the date that I was talking about. I think they, like I said, this date was like, whoa. They were making candy in that background. Of course, Lucien. It's Lucien, alright, bro. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video as much fun as I had. So this is actually officially my first iPhone 8 Plus recording. I obviously made sure to test it in the beginning a few seconds. My voice, everything perfectly worked fine. I had a great time reading this date, especially. Oh my lord, that mode. I'm like, oh. I could probably do better, but I'm too embarrassed to do that. And then the code. But the day was so good. It was quiet. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed it. Oh look, I only have 1 more minute until the news. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time, my friends.